Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters. So in this video, this is another layout share video. I am sharing with you September to December of Tom's first year album, because I thought I'd share this one because it's a little bit different to how I do my yearly album. So again, I use those same nameplates on the side here just so that they're easier to see when pulling them off the shelf. I just bought these in bulk. I think they were a pack of 10 for like $2 or $3 from eBay. And I don't know where this album's from, but it's a lot better quality than my other one. So I have got process videos for some of these layouts, some I don't. A lot of them is made using my stash, so trying to use up bits and bobs from my stash. I tried not to buy too many collections, but it's hard when you know you have a new little one coming and you want to buy up. But I did use a Project Life core kit for this to do all of my backing cards. It is this core kit, so the craft edition. It's a really old one. It was actually gifted to me by a beautiful lady in a Happy Mail. 2012, I think. Maybe that's just, no, don't know, won't say that. But anyway, it's a really old one. So each of my photos are backed onto the core kit. And I got a new typewriter, so all of my journaling and everything is done using my typewriter on this one. So I've got some things that are using new collections, but a lot of it's using older collections. And this is the first time I've actually done journaling straight to the page. Sorry about that, just had to dash and get little man because he wasn't happy with what activity he was doing and he wanted to be here with me. So when I say straight to the page, obviously I typed it onto something else and then put it on, but usually I don't put journaling onto my layouts because I don't like my own handwriting. So this way I'm much happier being able to actually document what's happening from each actual 12 by 12. So I'm definitely going to continue using my typewriter for this. This is an old vintage typewriter. The only tip I've got, if you want to buy a secondhand vintage typewriter, just make sure you can get ribbons for it in advance, which is what I did. If you want to know the company I get my ribbons from in Australia, just let me know. They're about $7 a ribbon. And yeah, obviously just check the rest of it works. You want all the keys to be working and so forth. So I will keep going. This is a scrap lift from someone in the paper issues design team. I just decided to use a core kit for two reasons. One was to keep this album a bit cohesive. I was really unhappy when I look back at Jack's first year album. I'm really unhappy with how sort of bitsy and all over the place it looks, whereas I love that this one has a little bit more cohesiveness happening throughout all of the project lives. It's just the 12 by 12s that sort of vary. I've done journaling week by week using these homemade milestone cards. And then these things all come, like this is from my stash. These were fussy cut off gift cards. Like, so I've just tried to use up little bits and bobs that I have lying around because, as you know from my other album flip through, I use my core kit that I get, not my core kit, sorry, my monthly kit that I get for that one. So I don't actually end up, I use nearly all of my monthly kit in my 2018 album, but I don't actually end up digging into my stash. So this album is helping me go through some of those supplies that might normally not be used. So if I have process videos for these layouts, I will link them down below, like this one. You can see here I've done really minimal embellishing, not really any embellishing on the photos. In fact, not really any, none, no embellishing on the photos, only embellishing on any sort of spare cards, and even then keeping it really clean and really simple. Mostly that is to ensure that I can stay up to date with Jack's first year album, I got so far behind. It was overwhelmingly scary, and Katie ended up doing some layouts for me, which was awesome. But I know this year, or this time around with Tom, I won't have that luxury because she'll be having her own 1 year album to keep up with for her own little bub. So I knew I needed to keep it a little bit more simple to allow me to keep up to date. So by not embellishing the photos and just embellishing sort of basically only 2 squares per page, it's making it a lot easier for me to keep up. So the craft edition core kit had these craft colored cards, but mostly these ones. So this is an insert page that I added. It's got no embellishing, it's just all photos. I put those in on the sort of different cards just to make them be a little bit, you know, unique to themselves, because they're the professional photos we got done. This was a scrap lift of the amazing Virginia over at Gold Dove Crafts. Have a video for that one, I think. So on my weekly milestone card, it's just I've just typed out sort of what's been happening and what's going on in this week. On my monthly milestone card, it's more about the legitimate milestones that babies reach with each month. So time is flying by so quickly. You're 2 months old already. You're beginning to give us smiles, especially when we smile at you. You love it when we look at you and talk to you. You're starting to make more and more sounds, but I think they sound more like complaining than happy. You love your dummy, and that seems to make you sleep longer and self-settle, so fingers crossed that continues. We are 5.5 months now, and spoiler alert, it doesn't continue, that is. Oh, so tired. This was for a sketch challenge over on a Bash Your Stash page. I got me 7 points out of 7 for that one. Oh, this was also for a challenge. I'm really proud of myself. This is so silly. But this page, this beautiful blue ombre page, I cut one cloud out of the top corner and then didn't use the rest of the paper. So I thought, I know, I'll just cover that cloud spot up, because how gorgeous is that paper? And I'm really proud that I was able to do that. And this is, as I said in my other video, if you watched it, I'm starting to be more brave and use more colored backgrounds, which I never ever used to do. It's so funny now that I look at layouts like this one, which was much more my norm to have it on a white background. I actually think that looks so plain now to me, which I'm a little bit excited about. I like now that I'm brave enough to do a little bit of both. What is the matter, little one? Getting into Christmas. Love me a Christmas layout. This layout was inspired by Jennifer Kane, I think. Oh gosh, I really should remember if I'm going to mention it. That's awful. But yeah, this background wood grain paper, it already had this semicircle cut out. I'd cut a rainbow out for the other side of the pattern paper, and just loved this wood grain. And I'm like, I have to try and use this. What can I do? What can I do? And so yeah, I just added in this green semicircle, and I think it worked perfectly for my photo. This was also for a challenge over on the Bash Your Stash page. I just love how, oh, this was for a sketch challenge again on the Bash Your Stash page. Oh, you're funny. I just love how I have a little bit more freedom to sort of do these layouts however I like. As in more using the supplies I like. Sometimes over in my 2018 album it's a little bit restrictive, using the kit only, but I really love the way it looks in that album. So I'm kind of a bit spoilt to have 2 albums going at once, because I can get out my, you know, creativity, bash your stash, pull whatever you want layouts into this one, and I can use my kit layouts in the other one. Oh, this one was a little bit crazy. This was for something too. What was this for? think this was for, oh, I don't remember. Oh, yes, I do. This was for a challenge over in the Kidaholics Kits Cybercrop. It was like you had to use something starting with your name. So J, journaling card, E, enamel dots, S was stickers, I, ink, I think, and I did the smushing technique and water, no, not the smushing technique, water spray with the ink splodge and like flicked it on. A was alphabet stamps. What was C? Oh, chipboard. I almost forgot the chipboard, so I just squeezed this little elf guy on at the last minute. Whoops. But yeah, that was really tricky. Really tricky. I'm glad you're allowed to add other things as well, because I used quite a bit of ephemera in that. Oh, I had been hoarding this Divine paper for a really long time, and I thought it's time to get going with it. Someone asked me, I shared this photo on the Bash Your Stash page, and someone asked me if the paper was embossed, and I said to the lady, no, it's not. It kind of feels like felt. And she told me it was called flocked, F-L-O-C-K-E-D. Never heard of it in terms of this. I hope that's correct. I hope I've said it right and she's told me correctly, but it's beautiful paper. So I finally used that sheet there. This was a scrap lift of Corinne from the Kidaholics Kits design team. And then this last one, I have another piece of this. So I used the green one here and in my 2018 album as well. And this was also a challenge piece. In this one, I had to use, oh, I think this was the dice challenge. So I rolled wood veneer, alphas maybe, or thickers maybe. I don't know, but the snowflakes and the Merry Christmas were from the thickest pack. Stickers, I definitely rolled stickers. And maybe pattern paper, because I cut that off a pattern paper strip. I think that's correct. So anywho, sorry, you can hear, oh, it's American Crafts album, there you go. You can hear my little man's getting a little bit grumps, and I need to go and find out what's the matter with him. He's actually not feeling very well, the poor little darling. Torn between laughing at me and sooking at me. So let me know if there's anything you want to know more about, anything you want to see. Tom's album's got a lot more Christmas in it than my 2018 family album, because I've got the December daily that I put the Christmas in. But yeah, as you can see, we've had a big change in my little darling boy from when he was a newborn to now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!